Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the 5 lies of blind ambition. Now, I coach a lot of entrepreneurs, very successful entrepreneurs. And ambition, well, we're generally not really short on that. I'm also a really ambitious person. And I love ambition. I mean, let's start by defining it. Ambition is that determination for success. It's that juice, it's that fire that gets me out of bed in the morning. It's that thing that drives us forward. It's that thing. We just finished watching the Olympics, right? That those athletes, those ambitious people, drives them forward from their core, even when their body says, I can't do it anymore, I'm tired, I don't have anything left. It's that ambition that says, yes, you can. Go out there, get it. It's so big, the power of ambition. And that's what's great about it, and that's the pitfall of it. So ambition is fantastic. And I hope that all of you have some sense of ambition for something in your life. Maybe not a career, maybe it's a family, maybe it's a hobby, doesn't matter, but a sense of ambition, that thing that gets you out of bed every day. What I hope that we don't do, and why I want to talk to you about blind ambition, is let's look at blind for a minute. So blind is lacking perception or not possessing all of the correct information. That's what being blind is. So if you put blind in front of ambition, now I'm a bit reckless. Now ambition can be a bit like a bull in the china shop. Now the ambition can have some real dire consequences. And honestly, I think it's overdone. So here's some of the lies that I constantly hear about blind ambition. And it's old. It's old and it's enough to put them down. Okay, so if these sound like you, pay attention. Here we go. So my health. My health is just fine right now. It's okay. I'll get it handled. I really got to do this thing. It's so important. Meanwhile, their body's failing. Something's wrong. They're not paying attention. There's red flags and signals everywhere. But apparently, this ambition is bigger than their health. So apparently, they're okay to die. And then the project won't get finished anyway. Now, I know that might sound a little bit consequential and dire, but seriously, I deal with clients who are actually in complete denial about some very large physical ailments because this ambition has blinded them to actually be taking care of their own health. Relationships. Relationships, they're just a drag on me and I don't have time. I'm going forward so fast and I've got to get this done. Relationships just take an emotional energy that I don't have, and not to mention time. I definitely don't have time. Well, guess what? If your ambition is that important, I gotta tell you, how many more sages on the stage are you gonna listen to who are hugely successful and are preaching a message saying they have no one left to share it with? Not a person. They have all the money and all the success in the world and no one left to share it with because they didn't make time for relationships. Ambition is blind if it doesn't have time for a relationship along the way. Can be very lonely, and the ego lie that says I can do it alone and I don't need anybody's help is a huge one. Number 3, well, I know I'm ambitious, but the problem with the other people is they're just lazy. I mean, they're not out there doing their thing because they're lazy, and if they had an ambition, then they would come along too. You know what? Those other people around are not lazy. Maybe they're ambitious about something that's different than you, and maybe they're ambitious their expression of ambition looks different than yours, but they're not lazy. It takes all kinds to run this world. So don't be blinded in that way. That is incredibly, incredibly arrogant, and it happens very, very easily. Number 4, I can count. Number 4, this can't wait. This is so much bigger than me. I've got to do it right now. It's urgent. It's a fire in me. It's a fire under me, and I've got to go. I got to do it right now. I can't wait. I don't have time for anything else. Well, that may also be true. And a lot of great innovations and inventions in this time have come because people really put everything else on hold and went and did something that really felt like it was bigger than them. And there's a lot of price for that. If there isn't time to sleep, to eat healthy, to have rich relationship, then you know what? You won't have a you left at the end of it anyway. So slow it down a bit, even if it feels uncomfortable. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. But slow it down just enough that you have time for listening to people around you, because remember, you're going to be blind if you don't have time to take in other perspectives and continue to make sure you have all the right information. And that brings me to number 5, is I don't need any input. You just don't get it. I don't need any input. That is blind ambition. Ambitious is great. Like I said, I love it. But you've got to take time to hear other people's input and perspective. You don't need to accept all of it. Sift through it. Take what works and go on and move with the rest. But every time that you push down or away a perspective or more information without actually considering it, you might be missing the thing that actually takes what it is you're trying to create and makes it 10 times better. So I'm very fortunate to be in a position that's often why people hire me as a coach, an executive coach, is because I bring a different perspective, a different way of looking at things that they may not have thought of, that round out the ambition and hopefully makes what they're doing even better. Those are the 5 lies of blind ambition, and I hope it doesn't happen to you. It can be incredibly painful, and like I said, I think we've heard enough speakers and read enough books of people who have it all and had nothing at the end to show for it. So instead of you attempting to write your own book or go do your own keynote on how it happened to you too, let's be ambitious, but let's not be blind. Be ambitious, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your ears open. Go to it.